see right here, we have the wonderful K04, and then you see the used K04. It's not the one we took out yet. I had to steal some oil fittings off of it. These are supposedly a little nicer, but I don't think they are. But we're gonna see the old ones compared to these ones. Got everything laid out here. We got the turbo, the injectors, studs, bolts, gaskets, seals, washers, nut sacks, everything, bud. We're ready to go. We're gonna try our best to make this like almost a tutorial, because I've looked this up so many times. I cannot find anybody that's done a video on this, and I'm not the best for the tutorials, so you're all gonna have to take it for what it is. You all have already seen what the turbo looks like in the unboxing of it. I'll link it. So we're gonna get started here. Just by theory, we don't really know what we're doing too much, but we do. We're just kind of winging this. I'm gonna say, bring right here, I think. Usually, if you're doing this on a stock car, which, I mean, I guess you could put a K04 on a stock car, whatever you want to do. Usually have a cat and a big airbox here, but as you can see, it's gonna be a little bit easier for us because we don't have a cat or a big airbox anymore. Just take this off and then unbolt that, and we can remove all this, and it makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna start with just getting this exhaust off here. It's 3 bolts, the 2 on top, and there's 1 on the bottom. It's a pain in the butt to get to. And then we'll probably raise the car up and do everything that's on the intake side from the front underneath. It'll be a little easier that way, maybe. Depending on how much room we have once we take everything off here. So, yes. So we're gonna get this started, and I try and get this where you guys can understand what I'm trying to do here. And yeah, so let's get started. Once you get your airbox off and stuff, as you can see, we have a lot of room here. Once you take the airbox off, the only thing that you can really say is going to fight you is this bolt right here. Because if you come down here with, let me see if I can get my fingers on the camera here, you can kind of see they're really hidden back there. So what we're going to do is take this heat shield off, which should give us access to that bolt. And like I said, for the exhaust side, you have these 2 nuts, and there's one like in the middle of the bottom. That exhaust is still hot. So we're going to do that. And this should be, we want to say a fairly easy install, but we're not going to say that because, you know, things can go wrong. So yeah, so we're gonna probably get that heat shield off. Hopefully nothing rounds off or breaks off, but who knows. And then we'll get that off. We'll get the exhaust side. I think we're gonna do the exhaust side first. Yeah, we'll do the exhaust side first. It'll be the easiest thing, and then we'll probably move the intake and then get all these feeds because we have to drain the oil and stuff still. So yeah. Okay, y'all, we got the coolant banjo bolts up on top off. We have the 2 nuts off on the exhaust side. There's 1 bolt in the manifold that's holding the turbo up. And if you can see, that's that last bolt I was talking about. I actually just took the piping off, and there's actually not as much oil in here as I thought there was gonna be. I mean, there still is some, but yeah, as you can see, the turbo's right there. And I just try to take that hose off right there, off the turbo itself, and the one that actually goes in the inlet from the wheel, from the intake. And then once we get all this off, and then these oil feed lines look like they're gonna be kind of a pain. It's right there. They're getting like some sort of bracing, it looks like, almost holding it up. So that's gonna be fun. Got this stupid SI pump here I just need to get rid of already. Hashtag no emissions. So yeah, this, I'm not gonna say anything yet because, you know, we're only halfway through. It's a lot of tubing and stuff, so this is kind of a pain, but shouldn't be too bad once we actually get some things disconnected and get all this mess out of the way. It's gonna be a lot easier. So yeah, so next step from the banjo bolts, like I said, that exhaust side and this side, and then, you know, there and then there, and the rest of the fittings, and then the bolt, and theoretically this should come out. So yeah, I'll get back to you then. All the intake side off here, everything's ready to go on the intake side. We got the exhaust off, and there is a hanger down there that's on the transmission that you have to loosen up so you can move the exhaust back. But you should have enough room to push it back and get it out. We just kind of have it hung up here, right here with the bungee cord. Now we're gonna get this one last pain in the butt banjo bolt off, and then what we're gonna do is we'll take this last bolt off that's holding it up and kind of drop it and move it out the way a little bit, give us some more room, get that off, and then it should come right out. So that's really, I mean, this is it's actually a lot simpler than we thought it was gonna be. So that's about it, ain't it? Yep. We'll get that banjo bolt, we'll get the turbo off, and I'll show you guys how bad this turbo probably is going to be. We realized we forgot something. This, like, I'm not sure, I think this goes to the thermostat or something like that. I think it's a coolant. There is like these 2 little Allen heads that has a bracket that holds it onto the turbo. Let me hang out of the way. That holds onto the turbo. Then there's also a little banjo bolt right here that goes to the to your boost sensor, I believe it was. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out before we went on. She's about to come out, so.
Also, there's 2 brackets here.
Oh, yeah,
2 bolts.
Yeah, there's 2 bolts. Yeah, like I said, there's 2 bolts, and then the big banjo bolts for the oil feed, and then she's coming out. Yeah, the turbo is out. I've actually never seen a K03 and a K04 sit together, but they look very similar. But I mean, you can obviously tell the fins are a lot different. The K03, the K04, and I have my used K04 here too. We're just kind of using that like a mock-up. And I don't know if the fins are supposed to, but I think these fins actually in here might be a little bent. I don't know if that's just, I don't know. But yeah, bring it over here. As you can see, yeah, we just got everything out. Now we just gotta put everything back together and then change the fuel injectors. I don't really. I was actually kind of shocked that this. It does have side. We're gonna lift that up and move it side to side so you can. It does have some movement, as you can. Yeah, it's got movement. But then again, it's a K03, pushing 19 pounds of boost. So yeah, that's how that goes. It's actually not that hard, and I think my boost problem I had is my wastegate, because this you can like push open like, with ease. This one you have to like use the force of God on to open. So yeah, wasn't that bad. Reflex. So yeah, we decided we're just gonna take all 3 of these turbos. I'm gonna go find another used one, and we're gonna throw all of these turbos on each cylinder. So I'll have a quattro Audi. But yeah, it's pretty easy, guys. It's not that hard. I mean, just always take your time and kind of pay attention to things. I'm using my phone, so I don't know if this is on me or not, so hopefully it is. Are you gonna hold for me? All right. So yeah, basically we put back together. Should we show that, or is it kind of?
We'll show parts.
Yeah. If we find out something that's a little easier to do, we'll kind of show you guys a little bit. Basically just a reversal. There is a lot more like vacuum lines and hoses and stuff that are a lot different. Not like a lot different, that you don't notice until you try to pull it off and it's snagged on something. But we got that finished, so it's not a TV show. You're all right. Yeah, wasn't that bad. Pretty simple. So, I guess I'll go ahead and show how to do the injectors too, because we're already here. Injectors are pretty easy to do. So, as you can see, injectors are right here. Pretty simple to do, hopefully. I say that now, but it should be pretty simple. And then after we get this back installed and done, as much as I'm gonna want to like beat on it and get like see what she does, I need to get it retuned, because if not, I'm gonna be running lean, very lean. So that's to come soon with more boost. Actually, I don't know if they'll add any more boost. I'm probably gonna tell them to, if they want to up it, it's fine, but I'm gonna be a little more on the safety side about it. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing back together and then put it back in, and then I'll see y'all when we get to the injectors. Well, y'all, the Audi's running. She's got that new spoolie boy on her. The new spoolie boy on the Audi. She sounds good. I'm not gonna do the injectors right now, because I'm just gonna take it home, park it, ship the ECU out. I get the ECU back. I'll put the ECU in and the injectors. So that way all that's done. So basically it's gonna leave the shop tonight. It's gonna head home, my house, sit there, pull the ECU out when I get there, and then I'll ship it out. That way when it gets back, I'll put that in, put the injectors in. So we're kind of worried, because if we put the new injectors on there, it might run really rich. I don't know yet. I'm not too sure. I'm not a tuner myself, so we're just gonna drive it there, let her be. We looked, we had no leaks so far, and it should be almost operating temperature, I'd say. So trying to bleed off the coolant system. Yeah, it's at temperature. So just trying to bleed off the coolant system right now. Yeah, so hopefully that was a decent tutorial on how to do this. I tried my best on that. So yeah, I'm really excited when I get the tune back and everything going, and it's actually running on all, running right on a tune and stuff. I'll make a video about it. I'm super excited about it. I had a long list on this car that I wanted to do, and I didn't think I'd ever do it, and it's pretty much finished now. Really, the only thing I can do, I can't really do anything else with this car right now as it is, just because I can't, because I'm not gonna put a new turbo on it. I just put one on. So future plans for this car is probably gonna get a bigger, like a big turbo. That's like on the way down. I'm gonna have to rebuild the motor, build it up so it's strong, it can hold it. Only the issues we're worried about now is because it doesn't have an OEM clutch in it. So the clutch was replaced, but it was an OEM as well. So we're kind of worried that it might slip the clutch a little bit with the tune. So we'll find out, I guess. Hopefully it's fine. But that's really it, guys. If you're new to the channel and you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, let me know below. I'll try to help out as much as I can. That's really about it, guys. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.